Muslim students beat 10-year-old girl to bloody pulp. What school tells mom is even sicker. When devoutly religious students discovered that a 10-year-old girl was a non-believer of their ideology, they beat her so severely that she was rushed to the hospital with severe injuries. However, as soon as the victim's mother demanded answers from the school, officials gave her a response that was even more disturbing. No matter how much the left appeases the Muslim minority, they relentlessly perpetuate their religiously motivated oppression and violence. In over 50 Islamic countries, religious minorities suffer serious human rights violations at the hands of the Muslim majority, despite Islam turning every country it has inhabited for the last 1400 years into an oppressive Islamic governance. The West continues to take in waves of mostly Muslim migrants, only to discover that they consistently reject our freedoms and values for barbaric Sharia law. Since the beginning of the school year, a 10-year-old girl has been repeatedly harassed, assaulted, and almost beaten to death by her Muslim classmates at a school in Paris's 18th arrondissement. Although the mother knew that her child was being relentlessly tormented, she believed that school officials would handle the matter and prevent it from happening again. Unfortunately, she realized whose side the school was on after her daughter was hospitalized from her most recent beating. Daily Mail reports that the 10-year-old girl was severely injured at a French school because her Muslim peers discovered that she is Jewish. The mother rushed her daughter to the hospital, where the girl was treated for injuries predominantly to her ribs and abdomen, requiring a 10-day recovery period. Expectedly, the mother called the school to demand to know what they would be doing about her daughter's abusers, who had repeatedly bullied and beaten the girl because of her racial and religious heritage. Incredibly, education officials informed the mother that they would be glad to transfer the victim to another school, but would not be banning the violent students from the facility. The mother told reporters that not only has the school failed to take proper measures to protect her child, but they now refuse to punish the culprits. Although the mainstream media are neither censoring the Muslim background of the students or ignoring the story entirely, the victim's family has also been the target of Islamic anti-Semitism. The National Bureau for Vigilance Against Anti-Semitism confirmed that the same group of students who reportedly assaulted the child has repeatedly written racist slogans and terrorist threats on the side of the Jewish family's house. In the incident involving anti-Semitic graffiti, BNVCA said it was part of a campaign of intimidation against the family that owns the building targeted, according to the Jerusalem Post. This time they wrote, "Screw the shitty Jews, death to Jews, long live Palestine." In recent years, the same family found in their mailbox an envelope featuring the words Allahu Akbar, Arabic for Allah is the greatest, with 9mm bullets inside. They later received another envelope with a bullet from an AK-47 assault rifle and the words, "The next one is for you." Not only is the family afraid for their daughter's life, they now fear they must move to avoid being targeted again by the growing Muslim community. Although Muslims are the most vocal alleged victims of discrimination, Jews are actually the most persecuted and discriminated religious group in both Europe and the U.S. In fact, as the Muslim population grows in the West, Jews are fleeing in droves, as more than 8,000 left France for Israel in 2015 alone. Of course, Islamic anti-Semitism is nothing new. In fact, the Quran prescribes racial and religious persecution of all others, especially the Jews. According to the Quran, Jews are the biggest enemy of Muslims and inherent liars, are deliberately leading Muslims away from Allah, are hypocrites, are all greedy, are cowards, and have descended from the apes and pigs. Of course, there are a further 109 scriptures that command the oppression, hatred, and violence towards all other non-Muslims that likewise incite Muslims to commit horrific acts of terrorism. The racial and religious hatred and incitement of violence to the Jews in the Quran is limitless and takes up much of its text. This is the reason why there are few remaining Jews in the Middle East, and of course why the Arab Muslim invaders who call themselves Palestinians are trying to take the only Jewish state left in the world to add to their dozens of Islamic caliphates. This shouldn't be surprising to anyone. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.